to me, hostess coaching is a partnership. And you build that partnership, or you begin that partnership from your first meeting, whether that be at a fashion event, or whether it be your phone call to your friend asking them or seeing if they'd like to hold an event for you, or at a fair. And what you do at that point is try to establish with them what they're thinking of, what their goals are. Do they want to have a regular event, or do they want a theme? Or do they want a smaller group with you, me, and three? You kind of establish what they really would like, and you try to work within that. I've found with the Mialisia events that not all of them are duplicatable, and you have to kind of go by what the host is feeling most comfortable with. But once they've decided that they want to have an event and they've set a date with me, then I will hand them a hostess packet that I have ready at my events, and I keep them in a page protector, and included in that is I include about 20 of the hard copies of the invitations. Now, not everybody wants to use these invitations, and they may want to use Facebook or just email their friends an invitation, or call or text, and that's perfectly fine. But I like to provide them with 20, and then if they have extra, they can hand them back to me after their event. I also include in the packet, the Mialisia Fashionista guide, which I put the date that they are going to have their event, and that kind of has the steps of what they need to do to make their event successful, and I kind of step them through that. I also include a guest list in this, and I really encourage them to fill out the guest list and have it back to me in 3 days in the self-addressed envelope that I've provided for them. And some people really don't feel comfortable with that, and that's okay. And so I really try to encourage them and tell them that if they get that back to me, then they can get a free piece of jewelry, which is usually earrings. Now, I also just let them know that I'm fine doing the phone calls because that makes their life a little bit easier. I know they're busy, but still sometimes they don't want me to do that, and that's okay. That just means that I need to hostess coach them a little bit better towards the end to make sure they're making those reminder phone calls. I also include a catalog, as well as the promotional flyers that are out for the infinity deals, and then the promotions that the company might be having for that particular month. And then I also include a couple of order forms as well. And so then I just hand this over so that they are ready, and it depends. Sometimes there's not a lot of time to go over these, so then I will make a phone call in the next couple of days and go over what's in the packet, and then encourage them, if they're having troubles figuring out who to invite, then I just tell them to invite their friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and the parents of their kids' friends. And so that just gives them ideas of who to invite. Some people just don't really know who to invite, and so you have to coach them through that. And I always send them a thank you card for booking an event with me about 2 days after they've booked the event. Then I send that to them just as say, I'm really glad you scheduled this event with me. I'm excited, and I look forward to this date, so that they are also reminded that they have scheduled that date to have an event. So then it depends on how far out the event is planned. About a week prior, then I will call them again and suggest, see how she's doing on her inviting, and if she needs help with that. I can talk to her about that. I usually get directions to her home, find out whether she has a table that I can do a display on, and just talk to her about refreshments, and suggest that she keep it real simple, that she just use, something that she can have in a napkin. Some of my hostesses, I just suggest they set out a jar of M&Ms or something like that. And I find that a lot of people aren't really interested in all the food. They really are interested in the trying on of the jewelry, and they spend a lot of time doing that, and a lot of times they're so busy rushing out the door that they don't even think about the refreshments. So I kind of tell the hostess not to stress about the food part of it, keep it really simple and really easy. And so Then I also have her pick out 6 of her favorite pieces to make sure that she has those picked out so that I can focus on those when we are doing the event, so that I can refer to those to her friends, and in that way I can also encourage them to book a show. It's kind of a way to motivate people to also have an event. So the night before, then that's the third contact I have, is that I will call the hostess and see if she has a head count, how many people she expects to be there. And then if she would like me, that is if I haven't made the phone calls, or if I have made phone calls, I'll get to her and tell her that, I've reached these many people, and, I have commitments from these many people, and then just encourage her to keep inviting other people if we don't have quite enough there. And I always encourage, when I make the phone calls, and encourage her to have her friends bring their friends, and that I will have a special gift for them, and it's usually just some chocolate truffles that I've put in a jewelry bag, and that's kept it pretty simple. So, and then it also gives me a chance to, if I call, I can remind them that we're having a special contest of, the ugliest jewelry contest, or whatever you've set up, then you can kind of establish that with her. And then we hold the event, and then there's more hostess coaching that goes on after the event, and that's when you set other goals as far as where she is in earning the rewards that she wants, and who were planning on coming, who didn't come, and who weren't able to come, and then setting those goals, making sure she has catalogs and order forms, and following up with those guests. And so hopefully by establishing this relationship and this partnership with your hostess, you can have a great event.